Right, so you can see it's really close, getting intense heat. Let's turn this over. Look at that. That's exactly, look at that. That's what you want. And, you know, you want it to really be as close to the heat as possible, so it's really getting that beautiful colour. Now, what you can do as well, as you turn it, is just pat it, you know, with the rosemary. Also, you can just like get little tiny bits of butter and just like throw it on, just tiny bits, which is nice, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to continue cooking that. I'll do a nice little, you know, put a bit of ciabatta on the barbie just to kind of get that crispy and hot again. Nice little bit of rocket. I'm just going to dress that with a little lemon juice and olive oil. Just do a kick-ass steak sandwich. Lemon juice here. Olive oil. Get that going. I'm also going to do some bread. Just show you another little technique. Let's have a little look at this steak. It's had a couple of minutes, 3 minutes on both sides. It's looking pretty damn good. I'm going to take it off now. I want to cook it so it's just blushing. I want to take this off now. You can see the sort of the juice coming off of it, which is great. That is going to make the most sensational. That's basically the resting juices. So now it's come off of the heat. You get some quality olive oil, and you just put that on top. Now the reason this is important is because when meat kind of comes off the barbecue, it's sort of dry. And you really need to kind of just put some oil or even a tiny bit of butter if you're that way inclined on top and sort of almost seal it, right? And then what's going to happen is it'll just rest for a couple of minutes. You'll kind of, if I pour the plate, you'll see those resting juices. See that? That's the gold, right? That's the gold. You don't even need to like butter the bread for this sarnie, this steak sandwich. We're just going to use that. Okay, so we're going to just put that there for 1 second. Then with our bread here, I'm just going to slice it 3/4 of the way through, open it up. I'm going to get some of that resting juices and just pour that into that lovely old bread sandwich there. Brilliant flavour, brilliant flavour. And of course you've got the olive oil in there, so you have that instead of butter. So that's good. And then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of the rocket, like that. And then I'm going to put this, that's what I love about cooking out here, you're always a little bit, I'm going to put this onto a nice board. Like that. Let's put that here, open it up, and I want to hit it with a little bit of attitude, okay? So I'm going to go for little spells of English mustard, not because I'm being patriotic, by the way. Like, you know, English mustard has that tendency to be slightly too hot. So I'm going to use the back of a spoon, right, like this, and I'm just going to, every now and again, just smear it, smear it, smear it. And if you've got your mother-in-law coming round and she's having a corner, put quite a lot there, you know, because that will sort her out. So you've got your English mustard, and then we've got this kick-ass steak here. Now let me just, I'm gonna carve it on the plate actually, just because I'm out here in the wilds. Okay, if you look here, naturally, you've got 2 cuts of meat in this beautiful ribeye steak. Okay, so I can literally pull it apart like that. Now this is what we call the cap, right? It's a totally different flavour, sensation and tenderness, and that's actually my favourite bit. Then you've got the eye meat here, which you've got all those bits of, see that rosemary and stuff in there? I'm just going to slice it up here. I should do it on a board really, but I'm not. As I'm slicing it, you can kind of almost toss it in those resting juices. Never, ever, 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 never throw those resting juices away. And then you can just get that and then lay it over here. Beautiful, nice colour. There you go. Any sort of bits of sort of sinew or fat, just throw back on the barbie. And this cap here, my favourite bit, you can slice it up a bit smaller so you've got more to go around. This is the bit that everyone fights over. And again, just almost toss it in that resting juices here. So it's got that shine. Look beautiful. Just blushing. Maybe I should have cooked that a little bit more under, but I'm so trained now for cooking for my wife, and she likes it a little bit more. So I'm just going to put that over like that. Absolutely beautiful. And you know, the things to take from that is intense heat, season simply with your meat, cook it aggressively, hard and fast, turn every minute, you know, until you've got a nice caramelised crust, which we've got there. And then obviously the steak sandwich, you know, there's nothing posh about that. It's one of the most everyday things in the whole wide world, but delicious nonetheless. And yeah, I hope you enjoy that.